Welcome to this Witch City Collector presentation. I'm Paul, and I guess I should also welcome you to beautiful Essex Street here in the Witch City. So, we built a diorama, which if you saw my latest Instagram reel, you'll have seen the leisurely walk down the street, and diorama. Now, the substrate itself, the board, it's a political lawn sign, so I'm happy to have finally decided to have made one big enough for the whole filming table area. So, took a political yard sign. If I had one thing to do differently, I would have covered in one layer, completely in one layer, the sticky back cork that they sell at Dollar Tree, about $1.25 sheet. This is 10 sheets of, no, it's 8 sheets of that, just about, between this and the side, because the staging area / parking lot / imaginary buildings is two thicknesses. The grass is one thickness, one thickness of cork, then the sidewalks are 2 thicknesses of cork, 1 thickness, 2 thicknesses. So I would have covered the entire thing in full sheets of cork first, instead of cutting out the road width, putting that in, then filling it in otherwise. My mistake for not planning better. But I took up some, it's all the cheap paint from Walmart. I used black, white, brown, I think I used, no, I didn't use brown. Black, white, yellow, and pavement. To make the gray color was, I think, pavement and white. I brushed it on, try to make it like a weathered road. Did my own little stencils for the parking lot markers. Tape for the yellow lines, and I took some gray and I sort of not really sponge. Well, I could have used it as a sponge, but I had a brush and I what do you call it? Tamped the paint, lightly, sort of light, not light, sort of dry brushing. That's it. And yeah, the sidewalk markers, which we don't have those kind of sidewalks anymore in the city, in the actual Witch City, but I prefer that kind better. And the buildings, they were my father's last big Christmas gift when he was a kid. He got a train set, I think it was an American Flyer, which is an S gauge, so that would theoretically be 1/64th scale. The buildings are Plasticville. They say they're S and O gauge. They tend to be more O gauge, where it's 1/43rd, because the little figure here that came with the green light, one of the green light Golfs. You might have seen him around the channel. He's called Stangret, which is Polish for driver. And he's a little short for the building. Same with the doors. Put him by the door. He can barely reach those door handles. But, for diorama, scale is, it's toys. Scale doesn't really matter to me. If I can get some actual 1/64 scale buildings, I will. So we got the supermarket that I was originally in the green color. I spray painted it silver, black Sharpie the words. My goal, if I could ever get into 3D printing, or find something that could 3D print for me, to change this from a supermarket where I'd grind this down and Plasticville here, and change it into a Volkswagen dealer. If I could get somebody to, in the Volkswagen script, Volkswagen font, print Volkswagen and about that size font, and Witch City here, and a little Volkswagen logo for above the door. I'd take out the cardboard here and put in plastic like I did in the building over there, and put some cars in there and make it like a Volkswagen dealer. The bases of those lamps have been painted, so they sort of match in the color because of big green bases. And this was the hardware store and pharmacy here in Plasticville, or the Witch City. And I decided to put a Pop Race Porsche in there. I took a 5-pack, the window from a 5-pack of Matchbox, cut it down to put in the windows and cover the doors so that keeps the dust out. Whatever, I believe, yeah, I did. I also put in some little string of rice lights, which we can turn on, which is interesting. So I lit that building. I also have a couple more buildings I could also do. I might have shown on the channel before. I have his diner, which I could put in there somewhere if I wanted. If I want to change out the buildings. And a 5 and 10 that I have out, which would need windows and whatnot. Also, I think there's another pharmacy. I think there's another supermarket And that might be it, because there's some houses and a school. But since we're a Diecast channel, we're gonna populate downtown. We're gonna populate Essex Street in the downtown Witch City area with some 1/64 scale cars, green lights, auto worlds. That's about all I grabbed. So, got the green light 2019 Ram ProMaster in the post office livery. We parked there delivering the mail to the city. We got the 70 Focus, if I can read it, 71 Datsun 510. We're driving down the street. Got this honking boat Cadillac. He'll be driving this direction. The Dodge Challenger, Charger. I always get them confused. Here, parked here. Got a big old box truck from Greenlight. Indian motorcycles coming this way. Wait, nope, not gonna do that. We're gonna have them coming out of the side street. Waiting to come out of the side street. And we've got a custom Ford Interceptor that I bought with the Salem Police Department. So that's actual, the last livery, they changed it recently to a god-awful one, which I should end up posting somewhere because I hate it with a passion. And a big old honking Ford truck. So you can see, comparatively, the buildings do seem a little on the large side for the trucks and cars, but you know, it is what it is. It cost me very little, or actually, cost me about $10, a little over $10, because I had all the parts, except for the cork. This little pan down the street. And I checked it out correctly. I still do have the ability to obviously do my regular videos where I can still have my turntable. The turntable fits in here. Wherever I want to put it. You put a truck on put a car on the turntable. And you'll see my old diecast and hear my witty banter, just with a nice new backdrop. So if you like this video, if you made it this far, I thank you for watching. And as always, like, comment, share, subscribe. And I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.